But Sawari, I have a case before you that I want you to go and sue my landlord. Why is it that landlords every year they keep increasing rent? Is it in the law? Barrister, please answer me, because as a matter of fact, I dey vex now.
Well, it's not in the law that every 6 months they should increase rent. At the same time, it's not in the law for how long and how much they can increase their rent, so long as they give the necessary and requisite notice. Because the position of the law is that we cannot impose on a landlord an unwanted tenant. At the same time, a landlord cannot disturb the peaceful occupation or enjoyment of the property or the premises, so long as the tenant is not in default of arrears or any covenant of the tenancy. That's the simple position of it. So you see, like I always say, there's a kind of blend between morality and law. If you rent somebody's apartment, that's why you should be vigilant. Buyers beware. You can't I can't remember what, but the client buyers should be aware. If you're taking somebody's property as a tenant, you should reach an agreement. Better still, get your lawyer involved. If you don't want to get a lawyer, but be smart, discuss the terms, because the contractual agreement between the parties bind the parties. It's what you both agree. I have an addendum agreement, meeting of the mind on.
Barrister, I beg no vex. The way this thing dey hurt me, get some English wey you dey use wey I no dey try understand at all.
Which one you know understand?
I beg that pen that more abina waiting. They break and come my level. I did because I dey vex now.
What it simply means that you must agree on whatever terms you've agreed to contracts. It comes to him, Oga, I like your house, I want rental. My house na 1.5 per annum, and you go pay 10% agreement, 10% legal, and you pay social amount for security, and you pay this and this. And I say, okay, Oga, I no agree. Na social amount I fit pay. I no fit agree that way. If you no agree, you go. Okay, agree 1.5, but I no give 10%. Na 5% agree. Agree, okay, pay 5%. Okay, this. I no go pay caution fee because I no go spend it. Okay, the caution fee na 200,000. Now 100,000 I go pay. Okay, pay. And I don't get an agreement. But because of your kind of experience, you will bring it that lawyers will normally, or because normally you drive the agreement, you give it to your lawyer to vet. But we don't want, when lawyers are handling this, they know what to look out for. But because of your experience, some people they will not even think about they will increase the rent. Because ordinarily you expect him to be reasonable, not to increase the rent after 1 year. But it's not bad not to. He might not even mean to do that. But because before the end of your one year rent, he has lost his job. And that's the only thing he's relying on. I remember one of my landlords once said that when I rented this place, every year he will increase the rent. And
so it happened to now be saying I be lawyer too.
But he was not smart, and I was smart. But I feel sorry for him because he lost his job. He lost his job. Normally, like every year, one day, I know he can't force me because I'm under my, because he didn't give me the required notice. Okay. So he cannot force it. But I feel sorry for him because thank God I could afford it. I'll not give him. One day he felt by and I say, Wale, Mabinu, you know that I've lost my job and it's what you have that you latch on. I say I understand, but you need to be calm because means I'm working. I have other things I'm planning for. But we go on fine. You don't have to go to court. But the law is, if I want to increase my rents, the law does not say you must stay on my property when you cannot afford to pay what I want. So the law also is that like I cannot inconvenience you because you came to run my property. That's not property. So it must give you at least 6 months notice of that increment. Because that means if you start your tenancy start from January and end in December.
So by June.
Before the end of June, that is said 1st of January and 31st of December. But before that, the end of June, it was giving that notice that after this, after this rent, I'm increasing my rent to so amount. The reason is that the reason is for you to be able to choose whether you pay that new amount or you look for another place.
Good.
So that 6 months is to allow you to look for another place.
Okay, the 6 months agreement that the letter he has given you now, if you no come get to another place, how long can you really stay after the 6 months notice before your rent will expire?
For that depends. No, after the rent will expire on
December, yes.
You mean after your rent?
After your rent have expired and he has given you the notice.
You have not gotten another
place.
Yes. You have two options.
Okay.
Either you pay the increased rent.
Okay.
Or you appeal to him that give me extra time. If he agree, fine. If he does not agree, let him go to court. The worst he would do if he goes to court, that the court will ask you to pay what they call mean profit. But in best times, it's better to agree. Because if you go to court, it's good for me as a lawyer because you will pay me. But it's not advisable because you get the lawyer to go to. He will go to court. You will get the lawyer to defend you. He will pay the lawyer. Then the time we spend, he might not even get the money on time. Time costs of money. That's why litigation sometimes you have to look sense. Use sense. You are the litigant, you are the lawyer, you advise, but most of the time when you advise, sometimes they don't want to listen. So the best thing in that circumstance, me as a lawyer, would advise you talk to him, Oga. Even before the rent expires, I've been looking for, I can't get this increment, I cannot afford it. Sometimes actually when they said maybe your rent is 1.5, some of our lawyers are guilty of it. They advise increase. No, I'm not saying you should not do what you want to do, but I will not do it. You must say, okay, his intention was to increase to 2 million. He will say, okay, I'm raising it to 2.5. But I say, no, I cannot pay 2.5. It's okay, how much can you pay? I can pay 2 million. It's okay, fine, pay 2 million. But in that case, but not ordinarily, you're a human being. If your landlord that you just use, your first tenancy has not even expired and it started to increase, you see a Shylock coming. So you get angry, you even want to leave the house. But to get another house may be more difficult. By the time you get another house, you pay you get another one. As you get another one for 1.5, the money you spend for it, give to agent to get another house. The tenant, you pay another tenancy, another legal, and maybe for another caution, and you must see end up to the same amount. So you explore negotiation.
Thank you very much, sir.
When you explore negotiation, you can now come back maybe 1.5 to 1.8. You just make it look. But with that time, you begin to start put your minds looking for somewhere better with a much sensitive and more, what would I go, a more humane landlord that would not just agree, because it does not even make sense. At least it will take 2-3 years. The law did not tell you how much time it will take. Of course, we have places like Lagos State that begin to regulate rent and tenancy issues. Okay. I'm sure with time other states will take we come look into it, but that's the future as it is coming. But it's not a good thing.
Thank you very much, my viewers. As a matter of fact, Pastor Wale is here for you anytime, any day. In case of if you have any case, I think he can do a better job. Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it, sir. So what do you have to tell your viewers, like your advice whenever they have issue with their landlord or something?
Yeah, yes, it's not. First thing, consult your lawyer. Endeavor to probably be in a consultation office so they can give you a better legal advice.
So can you give us an hint or an insight of how much such might cost?
It depends.
For consultation?
Yes. Well, you might probably talk to a friend that's a lawyer, but look at the experience of the lawyer, because some lawyers will give you advice that will even complicate your case for you. But experienced lawyer will tell you, experienced and more humane lawyer will tell you, this is what you should do. But the first step is, I'll write to the landlord. Let me feel his vibes. Let me feel his pulse. Then we can settle this on the table, and I can advise, just pay. Give him pay. Know that you stay for year 1 2. But what you're saying, they look for a better place. But you cannot do this. If you do this, this is what it's going to cost you to do this and do this. If you're enjoying the house, just give me. Of course, if the increase is too exorbitant, sometimes the landlord wants to take your house and want to use rent increment to do that.
Thank you very much.
You can always talk to that.
Looking forward to have more of you, more of this section. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.